Previously on Beleaguered Isle. Buck Spunky raced into a cave with the party's only lit torch, where several kobolds and a hobgoblin were more than happy to make his acquaintance. He managed to dodge several blows while the rest of the party stumbled forward through the dark, attempting to catch up. Still believing he's a powerful wizard, not just a shepherd boy, he attempts to vanquish his enemies by casting a spell. This fails miserably, of course, and while pondering where all of his imaginary arcane powers had gone, he struck several times and lays critically wounded on the cave floor when the party arrives to aid him. The executioner jumps into the melee, followed quickly by Jenny Spankalicious and Daddy Gasper. This leaves Hard-On Barney stuck in the cave tunnel, engaged in an epic battle with something in the dark. The trio dispatch several kobolds and appear to be coming out on top when, in a final act of defiance, the kobolds strike Jenny in the chest, as she lays gravely wounded at Daddy's feet while he continues to lay waste to his enemies. Meanwhile, awakened by the sounds of combat echoing out of the cave and the screams of his friends as they begin to fall one by one, the Magister jumps to his feet, pushes past a kobold who appears to be attempting to untie some cloth from his privates, and rushes into the cave to aid Hard-On. Back in the main chamber, the only remaining kobold attempts to flee from Daddy's onslaught, only to trip on Buck's body, sending them both over the edge and into the chasm. The executioner races to the edge to see if by some miracle Buck managed to survive, but forgot all about the hobgoblin who slashes him to the floor in one mighty blow. Enraged to see another party member fall, Daddy boots the hobgoblin in the chest and sends it screaming into the darkness below.
Where we pick up, the players have just won the battle. They're standing there winded and tired and holding their hard-earned spears, stone-tipped spears, and bits and pieces of leather armor that they've managed to piece together by stripping the dead bodies of the kobolds, and then, you know, they've got these patches of armor that the kobolds were wearing. And I think we gave you guys a little silver out of that, didn't we?
And don't forget my crafted bone mace.
Yes, and the brilliantly crafted bone mace that is 1d8 minus 1 damage, which in this particular game is actually a pretty epic weapon.
I think we should call it the bone saw.
He does
The
have to
bone
name
saw.
it.
He will have to name it, yes. But I think what we should come up... I wish we had a weapon name generator. Does such a thing exist on the internet? Somebody ask the internet.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Bone saw's good, because bone saw's ready.
Well, I was going to take a porn name and run it through the weapon generator.
Oh, here we go.
Sword name generator.
Perfect. So what do we get?
Probably.
So I took Lightning Skeletal Rapier, I put it in the porn name generator, and it ended up with Slurpinski Ed Dripping Balls.
That works.
So
Beauty.
when Mike hits somebody with this now named weapon, he's going to effectively be hitting them with dripping balls.
I'm drippings with balls.
Mike just named his weapon. What is it?
Slurpinski Ed
Slurpinski.
Dripping Balls.
Karpinski Ed Dripping Balls.
Slurpinski.
Watson.
Yeah.
This is a Watson move.
Slurp. Slurpinski.
Nice job.
Slurpinski dripping balls. It's an interesting attack. Okay, carry on.
All right. So, at this point, you guys are standing around in the large cavern. We've
I'm
already, well, we're resting. That's right. We were resting to try and regain some hit points. So it is the next day, and everybody is going to retain or to regain some hit points. There are rules for that, but at this time I cannot recall them. Buck,
So to
can
hell
you
with
help
them.
me? Well, I was going to say to hell with them, but you guys have so
Make the
few hit
rule,
points, it
damn
doesn't really matter.
Make the rule.
Roll your hit dice plus your constitution, and that's how much you get back.
Alright, sorry, so you said roll your
What's
hit.
going on over there, Buck?
You talking damage or you're talking what? What am I rolling?
Your maximum hit dice So if you've got, at level 1, if you got 1d8, it's that, you roll that plus your Constitution bonus.
But it says I have 10 hit points, so am I rolling a 10 die?
Plus your Constitution bonus.
I'm still confused.
Yes.
Roll
What's
a
your
D10.
Constitution score? D10. D10. Done. That's it. That's all.
What's your Constitution number, Ted?
The Constitution is 15, so plus 2.
That's a +2, right? So you roll 10, 1d10 plus 2.
Yep. Go ahead and add the hit points back on your token.
I gained more health than I can hold. Did I erupt and heal everybody?
Not likely.
No, you just go to max.
One
What's our
muscle
max
popped
hit
out like Popeye.
Yeah, you didn't perform the dripping balls.
Okay, so we've lost one of our number down the pit, and as I recall from the from our last session, nobody had really explored the room that much. So you guys can do that now if you wish. You guys have basically huddled and bound wounds, and passed out on the floor at the bottom of the stairs. The torch has gone out at this point because it's been.
Well, we've also
a day.
we took a like a look at the boxes, and we know that
emptied
there's
them out.
rope and some others. Yeah, I emptied them out. I got some sort of like spell book or something.
You guys picked up the rope and the block and tackle and stuff that was in there, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, at this point, you guys, what do you want to do next?
Well, I guess we'd better restrike a torch, as it's a little dark.
Yes.
So I'll take 10 and do that, because I don't want to roll and fail miserably again. And once we've done that, I'll take the torch to the side of the hole and see if I can even see the bottom.
Well, how about we, I can rip off a... am I still naked?
You're
No,
mostly
naked.
You're mostly naked because you didn't get your rope back, but I gave you a couple of tattered leather pieces that you can put together, I'm sure.
Okay, so, well, what I'm thinking is we light one of those small pieces on fire and drop it down the,
Let's see if we can see the bottom first. If we can,
That's right.
We'll do it. What do we see?
I want to watch.
I was going to, do a psych, where you grab somebody and you sort of push them, but I'd have to roll a roll check there, and no, my luck, you'd push you down the hole.
All right.
Or you'd miss and go
So-
down yourself.
You're just leaning over right now with the torch, right? We're not doing anything else. Okay, good. So you lean over the edge and look down with the torch, and you can see that this is not that deep a drop. You can see at the bottom that the ground below is it goes down to like a ledge, and then that goes further. There's another part to the hole, and it goes much further down. But the ledge itself actually has like soft dirt on it, and you can see Buck's body, and you can see the body of the hobgoblin there. The body of the hobgoblin is sort of hanging a little bit halfway off the ledge.
Buck!
Oh, you know what we're doing.
Should have checked for Buck before we
Buck, are
slept
you
the night
dead?
up here.
Buck!
Check for Buck before we slept.
In fairness, I was basically unconscious.
Fuck.
All
I
right,
didn't
we have a
know
rope,
that.
right?
I was tired.
We have block and tackle and some rope, yeah.
All right, I'm going down there because I'm the child. But I do want to drop a piece of burning leather down there, and just to make sure that hobgoblin is dead.
Just a mild
okay, sure.
suggestion. Do you want to maybe check the room one more time before you do that?
That's fine.
Everybody check
Well,
Yeah, you guys have fun with
Okay.
that. I'm gonna go over here and examine this ladder going down.
The ladder might be a good idea.
Yeah. I think knowing somebody, they might still go down the rope anyway.
I should have kept my mouth shut and just let him do it.
You
Alright.
watch it, Dirk.
So
or I'll
the
make
rope
you
ladder.
wheel down.
Who's going first?
Who's going down the rope ladder first?
Who's
Don't
the
all
beefiest?
volunteer at once.
Can I ask a quick question? What's this? Is this the chest and has it been searched?
Yeah, I believe we did.
Yeah, it has been searched.
Okay. Same with this satchel thing over here?
That is the block and tackle.
Excellent.
Which, by the way, has been picked up, so I should probably remove it from play.
Ah! Alright, what does Spanky and Daddy see?
Well, they don't see much. They just see the base of the ladder touching down on what is clearly the same dirt that the ledge is at.
Move it already.
I have...
So, who's going?
Okay, I'm gonna solve this. I push Daddy Gasper down the hole.
Oh.
Okay, Daddy, roll a strength
so-
check. Hard roll a strength check. Both of you get your bonuses. Go.
We're both going down. D20?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You get your strength bonus too, whatever that is.
Daddy
Okay.
wins.
Yeah.
So the choir boy runs over, pushes on Daddy's buttocks, and Daddy turns around and looks at him.
I'm keeping my eye on you. By the bright one, there is something wrong with you. Okay, so when we looted the room, part of the loot was the weapons that they were using, and one of the weapons was a club or something like that, like a real club. The
Yeah,
damage on that was like a cudgel. Is that like a 1d6?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'd like to claim that. I'd like to claim that if at all possible. And I'll maybe, I don't know, rig up a sling
Well,
or
it's not
something
me you
like that.
gotta
and have-
convince. It's all the other people that are all grabby around you.
Alright,
Does
I'm tired of waiting. Go down the
does
ladder.
anyone mind? No.
Alright, the executioner goes down the ladder.
I want the cudgel.
Nothing happens. He gets to the bottom of the ladder successfully. Nobody attacks him. No problems.
You okay?
He's at the bottom of the ladder.
Torch.
I searched the bodies.
Alright, before you... hang on, Ted.
I'm holding.
Sorry, executioner. Before you proceed, I need you to roll a little check.
Okay.
Roll a dexterity check for me, would you?
Movement.
It's just a little check. It's a wafer thing. You guys missed the loose dirt comment.
D20 plus your dexterity check.
It's up there.
Okay. You successfully avoid lighting the rope ladder that you climbed down on fire while carrying
Easy
the
as
torch.
pie, man. Easy as pie. Nothing to worry about.
Party.
How great.
So at the bottom, you find that you can see Buck's body. He's close to the edge, and you can see the hobgoblin's body. You can see his legs, and he's been impaled on what looks like an outcropping of rock, and is hanging torso down into the hole.
Alright, so I'll move
It's
carefully.
merely a flesh wound.
I'll move carefully to him and search the body.
Wait a minute. Is his feet hanging over the edge, or is his hands hanging over the...
His hands.
Yo, throw the block and tackle around his foot and let's drag him over.
Well, one of you might actually have to come down the damn hole instead of standing there like pussies.
Yeah, I'll come down as well.
So Daddy climbs down the hole. And the two of you are going to do what?
Okay, try and loot the body because I wanted that shield.
All right. Well, the shield and the sword he was carrying are nowhere in sight.
They're either hanging over the edge or they're gone. So you gotta either drag them up or that's that.
Okay, well, let's,
Bear in mind, this is a guy that's
If you guys
impaled
wanna-
on a bit of rock, and he's just hanging face first over the edge of this thing. You can easily grab his legs and pull.
So
Okay.
let's do it. We
All right, so you pull the body up with minimal trouble, and he's wearing a set of black leather armor and padding, and he has a set of tattered leather boots on and whatnot. It looks like it's some kind of uniform. It all matches, and there's this strange little crest on it.
But it doesn't look familiar.
examine the crest.
Nothing you've ever seen. The crest is a burning skeletal hand.
All right.
I have been chosen from the great metal hand in the sky.
And has he got any money or anything?
Yeah.
All right, so money-wise, you guys go through his person, you find 33 pieces of silver.
I take
More money than all of you have ever seen in your entire lives.
and now it's all mine. Don't you gasp, you can't see shit, you're still up top. I'm taking
The great
33
metal hand
silver.
told-
I'm letting Daddy there have the armor. And I'm gonna go over and check and see how horrible Buck's death was.
So what, you're not going to give us any loot?
Right this moment, no, I am not throwing coins up top.
Okay. Well, I'll try and take off that leather armor and see if I can equip it.
We have managed, there we go.
It fits okay. You may
What's
equip
its
it.
protection?
It is standard leather armor.
Cool.
Technical difficulties.
But I do need to know,
Stabilized,
are you
okay.
going to be sharing any of that loot that's down there?
Why do you need
You
to know
don't.
this?
You don't even know about it.
You don't need to know anything about nothing you don't know.
But the metal hand is
no.
telling me.
What metal hand? You
Oh,
don't
for
know about
crying out
metal
loud.
hand.
Come on down here, you yahoos.
So I ask the executioner what he's found.
I don't answer yet. I'm checking on the dead Buck.
I love the trust that we're building among the party here.
We're all expendable.
Is there any since you have the torch, is there any like other way out of that or no?
I don't know yet. But our CM is
I
still
too will light a
not
torch.
talking.
All right, the ledge appears to be just basically a ledge. The only reason there's an access point to it at all is simply that it's extra storage space. There's some old casks and barrels and things like that stacked along the wall, and it's a good 20 feet of ledge. Like it's not a small area down there. It's just like another little level before the main shaft that runs vertically down. Incidentally, the shaft is a natural shaft, and you can see that there's all kinds of like man-made metal pins and grappling hooks and things like that built in, like that have been hammered into it because they've used it as a method of getting deeper without having to dig, right? So
So what you're saying, this procedurally generated penis mountain is pierced.
Down the shaft.
Yep, it's got a studded shaft.
in the
Okay.
shaft,
And he's gonna lag out again.
it's got shaft piercings.
Let's It's a nice.
Yeah, I'm
big
lagging out
out
in
there.
Ubu. I think we have to
Second
drop
one,
out
Here's
of
a
it.
question, guys. Did he tell us to, when he gave us this mission, to clear out whatever we found, or just try and scare them away?
Scare them away. We're going far above and beyond. We're overachievers here.
We're saying we got money now.
You don't know we have money now.
This
Besides,
is
you're
true.
a freaking magister. Back home, you probably have crap tons of money.
I don't have any of them at the moment.
Hey, Magister, it doesn't sound like the executioner's going to share any of the money that we don't have, or that we don't know about.
That we don't know about. We need a.
Damn your internet.
As I said, some barrels and casks, pretty old and crappy looking, dusty looking, rotten looking casks stacked along the wall on the ledge, and that's pretty much the only features down there. There's a little bit of rock sticking up like teeth along the edge, which is what the poor hobgoblin got impaled on. Interestingly, though, Buck landed in nice soft dirt and proceeded to bleed to death.
Oh, so he's definitely dead though.
Oh,
I don't
yes,
think
yes,
maybe-
he's quite dead.
All right, I check his pockets.
When you guys decided to take a nap, maybe he was bleeding out.
Again, we said
Oh,
decided like I
maybe.
was at all conscious here.
I was tired. I had to take a nap.
So I check
Well-
his pockets.
He has dirt.
He has dirt. He fails me. I push him over the edge.
You have failed me for the last time.
You like turn out his pockets. You find like a lump of like some dirt and lint and butt wipes or whatever, and you're just and just boot him off. That's cold.
How many seconds?
No,
of
guys,
time
I
kick
didn't see
off
him
the
down
edge
here.
until I hear the thump.
So the main question is, do we go down, or do we return with what we already know?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how deep it is based on how long it takes for his body's thump sound to come back up.
Well, true.
Wilson.
Page and Dungeon Master.
Just a moment. I'm receiving a transmission from the big giant head. All right, so you kick the body over, and it rolls over the edge and falls into the darkness. And as it goes over the edge, you hear it. You hear a horrible sound as some of the iron fittings and whatnot that have been hammered into the cave wall to support the elevation equipment that used to be in here rip through the body as it passes by. The body flips into the darkness as it bounces off parts of the cave wall and then vanishes. A few more disgusting sounds echo up the cave, or echo up the shaft, before you hear an awful crunch.
So we're talking like 4 or 5
The
seconds.
whole
to
experience. The whole
Yeah,
experience
I'm thinking it's time to go
takes
back.
4 or 5 seconds.
hit.
Yes.
Yeah, too deep. All right,
Now-
we're out of here.
After listening to the sound of the body, you look back down at the dirt underneath the body, and scrolled in the dirt under approximately where Buck's head was, are the words "hard on."
What? What do you mean?
I holler up to Hard On Barney. Tell him there's a message here for him.
I don't know
Okay.
what to say about that. I pretend I didn't hear it.
All right. Check the cast. I assume there's not much there.
All right, so you check the casks, and you find most of them are filled with various bits of old rotten supplies. So there's like a cask of old ham and a cask of like rotten food for the most part, and some really old sour like beer and things like. So, but there is 2 casks of wine, like small casks, that are actually intact.
I roll them to the ladder.
All right.
Let's get drunk.
And these are small
Spoils
casks,
of
so
war.
they're not like, barrels,
They're
they're
not keggers.
casks.
They're teeny.
They're
Are
like
they,
bubbas.
Are
They're
they
bubbas.
light enough I
They're
can
bubba
throw them
kegs.
Now don't
Yep.
throw them up.
up? I mean, don't
What
throw
do
them
they
up.
have in the pockets?
Are you going to make me roll to throw them up, I guess is the question?
We could drop the rope and tie it on
Yeah.
and pull it up like civilized people.
Sure.
That works. No problems.
Alright. Now, did they actually light the torch up top or not?
Yes, I lit the torch. There is light at the top.
Alright, I hand the torch over to Daddy and climb back up.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Fumble fingers. What am I supposed to do with this?
Put it out when you climb up. I didn't want to leave you in the dark.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm
So-
heading up too. I mean, like,
You guys are leaving the ledge?
yeah. I mean, nothing down here else, is there? I mean, do I need to take a look? I mean, you've already
That's
gone
for you
through
to decide, but
Nah.
there's nothing else you can see.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So at this point, what are you guys?
I think we head back.
Let's
I'm
go
gonna
home.
ask Executioner what he has in his pockets.
Nothing of consequence, but look at the new armor on Daddy.
I
Yeah.
decide
Shapes
I
my
don't
butt.
believe him,
This is a reach now.
and
Bluff check. Opposing bluff check.
How does he even know to ask, man? You gotta stay on here. I've given him no reason to doubt.
Maybe you're jingling. 33 pieces of silver on a mostly naked man might make a little bit of noise.
I might actually have 37, but that's a different story.
Who's counting?
Technically
instead,
speaking,
I decide I want to roll a DC that I can do a solo lambada right now while we're waiting to decide. Can I roll what I need to roll the successfully?
Roll D20 plus dexterity.
Okay. A solo lambada coming right up. Oh, that's a +3. Oh, this is going to be good.
Or you could actually do it for real, and then you could just...
I don't
Your
think that's
dancing
good.
skills will win you no contests. No
Just
one
like
is
at the
impressed,
town hall last
entertained,
year.
or even mildly interested. It is a fail. It is a horrible, horrible fail. It is one of those jokes that not only deadpans, but you are lesser for having made it.
Can I try it again?
can I take 10?
No.
No, because we
No.
Oh, okay.
You have failed. So,
I'm starting
What's next?
back out of here.
alright, so the party begins to leave the kobold nest.
There we go.
So, you guys are working on exiting the cave. And as you get to the end of the cave mouth, you see a familiar figure of a small, diminutive kobold standing alone at the door.
If it says no kill, I will smash it to pieces.
It says nothing.
Okay.
It is unarmed.
Is it blocking the exit where it's just chilling there?
No, it's just standing at the door, or at the exit. It doesn't appear to be in a hostile stance.
I'll step past it.
I say hi. I say hi to the kobold.
It steps aside and lets you pass,
Nice.
warily. Who's next?
In order would be
keep
hard
on.
on.
Hardon is also allowed to pass, unmolested.
I'm going to go for an attack of opportunity.
Now, hang on, there's somebody ahead of you here.
Spanx is
first.
Oh,
ahead.
shit, sorry.
Spanx is ahead.
Sorry, I didn't see Spanx there. My
Yeah.
bad.
Well, maybe he's going to attack somebody in front of him. Who knows?
Yeah, as more people come out, that's a good idea. You know what? Now that there's 4 of them, now I'm gonna punch somebody in the face.
So, Spanx is ignored, basically.
The kobold is Snoop Snoop character.
I was so thinking that too.
Why do you think I'm hitting it?
So, Daddy, you're up next. You're going out.
All right.
As Daddy exits the cave mouth,
What are you doing
the
here?
kobold reaches out and touches his shirt and says,
It says nothing apparently.
Says, yeah.
it says, I come with you?
Oh my god.
Why, Johnny? Why? Whether it's real life or in D&D, you always attract this type of trash.
That's not fair.
Hey, don't you? Do you not remember? Do you not remember Starstock? That's all I'm gonna say.
Can I still attack? No.
You can if you want, but you should give Johnny a chance to respond. Or
Oh,
sorry,
my God.
Daddy a chance to respond.
What do you want from me?
Daddy?
What do you want from me? I'm addressing the kobold.
Tribe gone. Have nothing.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah, you're
great
lucky.
master. You wear the
Great
clothes.
master. The clothes.
Fucking homeless kobold.
Oh my god.
Throw some change at him and be done with it.
Just kill him, man.
Don't do it, man. They'll come back. You got some change.
I can't. I don't have any way. I can't take care of you. I'm not any great leader. I just scram. Just take care of yourself.
Lucius
You wear
is
the
lying
mean one's
enough.
clothes.
I was gonna say
You
the
killed
Magister-
him.
The Magister is totally getting ready to just smash this thing to pieces.
Actually, the
can't abide
Magister
your
isn't
kind.
really thinking. The Magister isn't really thinking with all 4 cylinders here. That's a permanent source of poop.
This is true.
How valuable is kobold poop?
To the Magister? Plenty.
Yeah.
But I could empty his bowels. Just get a one-time lump sum.
Take out his bowels and use them as a bag to carry his poop home.
Oh, I can't abide your kind. You are abhorrent to me. Get away with you.
He falls to the ground, onto his knees, and begins quietly weeping into the dirt.
Nice.
All right. I walk on.
And now, Dirk exits the cave like a boss and does.
And I swing. If I hit him, I'm gonna keep attacking. If I miss him, I don't mind if he joins the party.
That's a good way. That's a good way to settle it. But it's
I
trial by what? What's the weapon?
Trial by dripping balls.
Slupinski add dripping balls. Yeah.
That's the trial. So you
I
have
hope
to,
your dripping balls bounce off the ground and hit you in the head.
Okay, here we go.
let's see the roll. Oh, he's done.
Dripping balls have spoken.
Dirk exits the mine shaft, looks down to his right, simply lifts up the bone weapon and drives it through the poor creature's skull, pulls the weapon out, and walks on.
Ooh, or not. Or not. He effectively teabags the kobold, which we then find out is worthy. The dripping balls have indeed spoken.
I love it when weapons
dripping
just
balls
completely
give it,
disobey their
they take it
masters.
away.
All right, the dungeon master, the dungeon Wilson had spoken a little early. I didn't let you get to the damage roll, so you swing.
And connect.
Dirk
handily.
swings dripping balls. Dripping balls bounces off the kobold's chin, and the kobold seems unharmed by the dripping balls on his chin. So the kobold looks shocked. It says, "I come with you?"
Apparently so.
I follow with the dripping ball.
Oh, Watson. He passes the trial of the dripping balls. Okay. You gonna answer him? Or you just gonna let him sit there in wonderment while you tapped your balls off his chin?
Well, he's good to join the party as far as I'm concerned. Dripping balls didn't hurt him, so he's got to be cool.
There you go.
Jeez.
Continuing back to town.
All right. Executioner, you feel a hand in your pocket.
What? Alright, I'm gonna turn around and it's probably hard on, so I'm just gonna punch him square in the face.
It is hard on.
I am punching him square in the face.
He's got his hand in your pocket, so roll a +4 with a +4.
Even better.
My rolls are such shit tonight.
Oh, mine was pretty shit too.
He ducks it. He's a little teeny choir boy, and he dances back. Hee hee.
Don't
Did I
touch
take anything
my
out?
shit.
No, you didn't get anything. You're all poor. Well, actually, except of course the executioner, but nobody's supposed to know that.
No, one person knows that. So I give a look to Daddy and gesture him to watch my pockets.
Now, just
All right.
what does that gesture look like?
I give a little nod.
There you go.
Like, look at, okay, a little gesture towards my pants. Like, what are we going for
It's
here?
sort of like pointing at your dick, and he nodded, so we're okay. Don't worry about it. Daddy and I have an understanding.
We have an agreement.
Thus far, I have passed him 2 sets of armors and a spear. I'm pretty sure he kind of likes me.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Alright. So, Dirk has gained a henchman. The kobold is now his trusty follower.
Name
You have a
it.
cat?
I think that means you gotta name him.
Name it.
If you're gonna keep it, you gotta name it.
Give it. Touched by balls. Eh?
Teabag.
Teabag. Just call him Teabag.
Teabag.
Just call him
Oh,
Teabag.
Teabag. Yeah. Yeah, henchman,
Teabag.
Teabag.
Teabag
So
it is.
do I have to keep stats for teabag now too, I take it?
Yeah, we'll generate them in a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, do I actually have to keep doing the 30-foot shit, or can we leave this section?
All right. So we are now going to leave this section.
Nice. Magister, get the wheel ready.
Alrighty.
Jeez.
Actually, henchman, you're the new wheel.
Oh!
Okay, I'm gonna jump on the henchman.
Oh, here now. It's Dirk's henchman. I think he gets the first dibs on riding.
Well, I'm not carrying, he's carrying.
So a full-grown man is going to ride a child-sized
No, the child is.
kobold.
Hard on Barney's a kid.
Oh, the child is. Okay. Well, that's a little better.
I don't have the
Magister-
physical strength. I only have a strength of 10. I can't lift 2 children. I'm
The
weak.
Magister is gonna wheelbarrow Teabag, and then Hard on Barney's gonna ride Teabag. So
That's
the
right.
rest of us are all gonna go look and see if we can find the ox cart that we left safely around the corner a day ago.
Yeah.
Safe.
Which doesn't. It takes a couple hours, but you guys managed to locate it. It's about
Right.
midday at this point, and this is an area that you guys live in, so it's not that hard to figure out where you got to go.
So we start heading
So-
back.
You start heading back. The trip home is pretty much uneventful, although you do run across one farmstead where the farmer runs out and asks you, "What did you boys find? Like, what? Did you deal with it? Daddy, did they take care of it?"
Daddy.
Daddy doesn't
Yeah, the farmer is a little more gruff than that. He's not exactly fabulous. So,
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy, you got
I'm
a pretty
Super
mouth.
Farmer.
Yeah. No, there's about a dozen of these friggin' critters, and we lost one of the shepherds, but we laid the boots to them. Back gum.
Damn schoolboy, for fuck's sake.
I shoved the leader right off the cliff too. There was a pit in the. I shoved him. I just shoved him. All I could do is just shove him. He had a sword and everything.
Made up pretty good. We're teabagging and hard on now.
Getting more redneck by the second.
Yeah, but we laid the boots to him pretty good.
I like
Yeah, we
how
did.
Daddy only talks like a redneck when he's with other farmers.
If you remember, a week ago he was Scottish.
I'm one of you folk.
A week ago he was Scottish, now he's a redneck. So he's following the trend and
What are you
rolling through. Next week he'll probably be Jamaican or
You
something.
guys are shit up.
Oh,
Are they gonna
Bumbo
be
Club.
Irie?
We butchered
It
them
was.
some of the bitches off
I
the
think I killed myself.
God.
Half dozen of them critters. What's his nuts? A magister over there. He's got one. I guess it's like a pet or something. It's it stinks like hell though.
Not bad enough to ride.
Yeah, I don't know. He's using them like a wheelbarrow. I didn't get it. Anyhow, I reckon you're all safe here. So you can go back to your business. We got a meeting with the sheriff.
all right. So you continue on. I take it to the rest of the way to town. No further encounters with anybody along the the roadway, and make it back into the town around middle of the afternoon, and make it back to the town hall where the sheriff's works, and come into his little room. So, at this point, the sheriff greets you, and you boys certainly took your time. It's nearly dark. By the look of you, I'd say the kobolds proved a proper challenge. Though I'm surprised at you, Daddy. You've done this before. You know how it should be done. That's part of the reason I sent you. And where's Buck?
Where
Yeah.
you guys want
Daddy,
to
where's
jump
Buck?
in.
Yeah, well, there was a pile of them in them there caves. I didn't even know there was caves up there. There was a pile of them, anyhow. Doesn't so lousy, filthy critters. And by the light, I done smoked a pile of them. Executioner, he did his work too. We did all right. We did lose Shepherd's boy.
Is there maybe anything else you guys want to frame in there? Kind of important stuff.
The armor that Daddy's
There's a big
wearing was
cave.
from the Hobgoblin leader.
Yeah, that
A
too.
hobgoblin. I think you boys took one too many hits to the head. There's not been a hobgoblin on this island for 200 years. No, that can't be what you saw. Just somebody having a laugh. A trick of the shadows.
A trick of the shadows.
Teabag,
Well, I
I'm
shoved
gonna
that
get Teabag
shadow.
to talk to the sheriff. Teabag, tell him.
All he's gonna say is the mean one.
I'm the magister.
Why did you
You got
bring one of those
this.
things here?
It's
Supposed to scare them away, not take pets.
It
the
survived
dripping
the dripping ball test. See, I
ball-
made this dripping balls, bone mace. It's magical. And he,
I don't
yeah.
think he gives a shit about the mace.
Anyway.
the sweaty ball.
Teabag, tell him about the hobgoblin.
All right, so Teabag relates the story of how the mean one came and made them go and get food and steal pigs from the farmers, from Daddy's farm. And the sheriff said, I see. In truth, this doesn't surprise me. I've been hearing strange things from villagers here and some complaints from the monks out past the Old West Road.
Ding! Classes are done.
All right, everybody. At this point,
Hold on. I gotta collect kobold poop.
Are you gonna
Before we
like catch it as it comes out?
Keep it pure.
All right. You
Yeah.
done collecting cobalt poop?
Good to go. Yep.
Excellent. All right. So at this point, you guys we're going to pause so everybody can choose their classes, decide where they're going to go with their character, and
so your journey
we're going to award experience points. Now, we are also going to reveal an additional person. There is a character sitting in the sheriff's office, and he looks like, we have to find out what this character looks like and who they are, and obviously our characters know who it is because, well, they live in a town with, 200
And why
people.
we give a shit about him?
Yep, why we give a shit about them. So, take it away, Snook Nukem.
Now you give me experience? When I roll like the shittiest fucking character I could possibly roll. I don't think I have I'm a thief with like a dexterity bonus of nothing.
That's okay.
You
He's
paid
only
the
gonna
price.
die anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
actually.
I'm
So
sorry,
what-
did you prefer the child wizard on a magical non-island?
He had better stats than this asshole.
Correction.
Okay.
The child shepherd
So what-
boy who decided he was a wizard.
Whoa! He's a schoolboy, you fucker! God damn it!
Okay. Okay. So what occupation did you get this time?
Hang on. let me
Please
pull
tell me
it
You
up.
were a
housewife.
tanner, weren't you?
Please.
Yeah, I was a tanner.
All right, so you're a tanner. So leather worker.
Nah.
I'm a
Nice.
Supposed to
thieving,
being what?
tanning,
We have a lot of thieves,
thieving
man.
tanner.
All
Yep.
we have is thieves. I check my
That's why
pockets
this town is
again.
so poor. Everybody just steals from
I need
everybody
to
else
say
Everyone
why.
keeps
constantly.
stealing from each other? That's ridiculous.
So, everyone at this point has the right to choose any class they wish. Let that sink in. You do not have to choose what you are predisposed to, but you do have to level up according to the rules of your new class, and you cannot modify your level 1 stuff.
So what about your stats? Can you modify where your stats are?
No, you may not modify your stats. So, has everybody chosen their player class, or their class?
Sure.
Sure.
So Dan, what have you, Spanx, what have you chosen?
Well, with my alignment that I've decided with Lawful Evil, sounds like a good cleric alignment.
Alright, so Spanx is changing from a bard to a cleric. Hard on Barney, what are we doing?
I'm going to level up from a choir boy to a monk.
The choir boy is going to become a cleric as well.
Monk.
Oh, sorry, a monk. Okay, I'll allow that. Buck, your character... Actually, Buck is dead, so we'll get back to you in a minute. Dirk Looselips, predisposed to being a thief, currently a magistrate. What are we leveling up to?
Gonna be a rogue.
So you're going to stick with the thief class.
Yep.
Right. And the executioner, predisposed previously to being a ranger.
We'll stay with it. The die don't lie.
Are we doing the big reveal?
No. Staying on.
All right.
It's starting to get soggy.
And Daddy Gasper, predisposed previously to being a cleric, and Pig Farmer. What are we doing?
I don't know. I was gonna stay with cleric, but now, what's his butt? Scott, he's gonna choose cleric. I don't know. Maybe he'll just, maybe he'll be fighter. Fighter. I'll fight.
I don't have one of those yet. All right. So we've chosen classes, and now you may apply your experience. If anybody has leveled up, you can go through the leveling up process. So the last things that we want to cover, we have a little bit more dialogue, and we have to reveal Snook's new, shiny new character. So, what is it? He's a tanner, and he's obviously an adult, and he's sitting there with what looks like a lot of bruising on him and a little bit of blood on his lip, and he's a little drunk.
Drunken brawling tanner. Nice.
It gets better.
And the tanner, his name is
Gunnar Darkholer.
Gunnar, what's up?
and he's predisposed to being a
Fuck
thief.
you! No, barbarian, actually.
What? How did you get barbarian? That's not even in the table.
What are you talking about? Yes, it is right there.
It's in the... Okay, you're going to re-roll. Roll 1d6. It's only the base classes you're allowed to have.
Oh, predisposed to being a thief, yes. I thought
Okay,
we were
so he's
choosing
predisposed, and you're choosing to be a barbarian. You know what? Let's roll with that. I'm good with that. Okay, you can choose
I've
that
got
class.
a strength of 10.
Thieving barbarians.
Yeah. I have like almost no bonuses for strength and dexterity. I have a -1 on intelligence, but I have a very high wisdom and an awesome charisma.
Which just screams
Most charismatic
barbarian, right?
noodle arm barbarian.
I know, right?
No, he's Fabio.
He is Fabio. He fucking is Fabio.
That's
He's
the
gonna take a
dumbest
seagull
thing.
to the face.
Goose. So you know what? I'm sorry, Gunnar. Now you need to speak in the false accent. You need to be fabulous. You take a goose to the face, it is nothing.
You think this is good? I'll take anything to the face, no problem.
Let's go more Arnie. I'll
I
take
have
it.
dripping balls. I
I'm
will
good with
test
it.
that.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
ball
I'm
test
cool
him
with
right
that one.
here in the sheriff's office?
A drunken barbarian Fabio that works with leather and brawls.
I'm super.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we're gonna, as you guys said, we're gonna level up offline, and our dialogue continues. Now that everybody seems to have, settled down. Now there's the
A forceful knock, more akin to a banging, precedes the doors being flung wide. In the entryway stands a portly, middle-aged man in a finer quality tunic, flanked by two burly men who are clearly his bodyguards or enforcers. You recognize a man whose meddling you spent much of your life avoiding.
brother. I hadn't expected you, or I would have tapped the keg. What brings you down from the hill at this hour?
Fool! Do not address me so familiar in front of these peasants.
Peasants?
Of course. Forgive me, Baron.
I am here to discuss your bumbling mismanagement of this pest problem. It seems you cannot even protect this settlement from the meddling of minor pests. It's true that I should think that you are unfit of this task of policing and defending this town were a true crisis to arise.
Well, we've made some progress in the matter. These are the...
Turning to the players, the Baron looks them over in turn. So, what do we have here, eh? Would-be heroes, saviors of our little town? Ha! Pig farmers, sheep herds, and children! This is who we are to expect to solve our problem? Why, even our town's layabouts executioner has risen from his usual table at the inn, unimaginable. Would you at least be useful for stopping a few stones hurled here and there? By mongrel kobolds, no less. The rest of you look far less likely to survive a proper whipping in the town square, let alone a small nest.
They've proven.
They've proven nothing. They're children and layabouts that you've sent off instead of punishing them as you should have done. Sent to do the duty of the sheriff in his name. Such authority you bestow as though it were your right. I assure you, it is not. Now, my holdings may be threatened. I will not have these rapscallions traipsing through my fields. I want you, personally, dear brother, with some reliable men, to see to the security of this town and my lands.
My responsibility is to the village council. I am not...
You're not what? Beholden to the honor of the Stillwell name, bound to protect all citizens of this town, and most importantly of all, its magnanimous benefactor and leader? You forget how it is you came to this illustrious position, little brother. Were it not for my trust, and by the grace of my hand, you would still be running under the watchful eye of the miller. My fields feed this village, and that alone should be reason enough for you, sheriff.
Yes,
I throw
Baron,
poo at the
it
Baron.
is.
I throw kobold poo at the Baron.
Good. Come with a force of men. On your way, we have matters to discuss. Then come by the servants' entrance this time.
The Baron turns and stalks out, head held high. The Baron's enforcers turn and follow, jostling you guys as they intentionally as they leave, pushing you around.
I just rolled for throwing poop at him, kobold poop.
Excellent roll.
You hit, and it sticks to the back of his shirt and starts to slide down it, but he doesn't notice the weight of it and walks out the door.
I also collect more kobold poop to refill my quiver.
Teabag strains upon command.
Oh no.
The sheriff eyes the door. I look ever forward to it, dear brother. Yes, well, so the lot of you. You should all likely be home, but I'm afraid the matter I was to see to this evening will need able hands. I see none more able at present, so instead of home for warm rest and meat, I ask you again to act in the interests of our village. I've had word from the men who fish the coast of strange shapes seen prowling after dark along the land of the southeast. Broken traps / nets are found if left to dry. They dare not leave a day's catch for long, or it would go missing, they say. But none can say who or what is responsible. Now listen, There have been sightings out on the coast, and nothing that anyone's really been able to identify, just shapes in the dark. They mostly come out at night, it seems. Well, mostly. You've all proven yourself capable, so I need you to head out that way and take a look. Report back to me what you find, but don't go stirring up trouble. Not yet. If need be, we'll assemble the militia and deal with it proper. And since you're headed down that way, pay a visit to Garen's Tower and see what the old coot has to say about all this. He's usually got some hand in mysterious business about the island, and it wouldn't be the first time he's caused trouble. That's why he doesn't live within the town proper. Too many accidents. Now, I wasn't expecting any trouble when I sent you out before, and had I known, I would have supplied you better. Maybe Buck would have survived. I won't make that mistake again. I have some old militia equipment here that you can take. Some of it was awaiting repair, but it seems you might have use of it. You can have the lend of it for now, but once this business is cleared away, I'll need it back. I got a pair of hunting bows here and a quarrel of arrows each. I don't need to tell you how valuable these are. They feed our village just as much as the farm, so take care of them. Who's taking a bow, and who's taking... There's a little bit of leather. There's 2 sets of leather armor and that are adult-sized leather armor,
Nice.
and there is a pair of hunting bows and 20 arrows each.
Take a bow.
When do I grow
arrows.
up?
Well, you've already got enough. We can put together your armor. I got it for you last time. So I'll take a bow, arrow, and armor.
Okay, so one of the leather armor went to the executioner, and one of the bows and arrows went to the executioner. Who else is up?
So, since I'm a child, I'm assuming I can't use these bows because they're adult-sized bows.
I'm a rogue. I have
That's
dexterity. I would like a bow.
Anybody have any objections?
Go for
Too
it.
bad.
I object to being a child.
I'm sure you do. Most children
Are
do.
these, is this a long bow, a short bow?
It's a short bow. All right, and finally, the sheriff turns to you and says, "Now mark me, boys, this is a scouting trip only. Your duty is to see what the trouble is and bring word of it to me, not go charging about as you did with the kobolds. If there's need, we'll assemble the militia, like I said. And you men, I expect you to rein the boys in this time. No heroics. This is the time in which they learn to be men. It's upon your shoulders to guide them. And take this drunken lout with you. See if he's any use."
I
Kick
throw
Fabio
blood
in the
at
butt.
the sheriff.
That's Darkholder to you.
The sheriff picks up the poop and tosses it to Darkholder. "Put this in your hole."
I put it in my mouth and spit it out.
Ugh. And we end this evening's activities on poo-spitting Fabio.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Remember, they've got the tattered leather pieces we took off all the kobolds, and you said we can combine them to make them some armor. But we need to get back home where we've got
Yep.
tools. So we're home now.
Yeah.
So what do they need to roll?
All right,
What's
so,
the-
And we have a tanner.
That's true, and we have a drunk ass
And you have a tanner. Okay, so we are going to have him... the first thing you guys are going to do is... How are you going to convince... You got to convince the tanner to do this for you. I can't just say
He
that he
doesn't.
does.
He's my
He
drinking
does
buddy. What
it
do you
against the
think?
test of the dripping balls.
He's my drinking buddy.
He
We get
does it
hammered
where he
at the
gets the dripping
tavern all
ball
the time.
test.
Or, I mean, Johnny, if
Watson
you've got
can
some of
make
that
it.
fine pig wine you make up at your farm, you could ply him with
That's
that.
true. That's true.
Yeah,
I'm the
that pig
chemist.
wine.
I'm the town chemist.
There you go.
And
You
I
could
got
drug him,
fresh
yeah.
Supply of cobalt poo. I mean,
He can make the best goddamn
can
beer
make-
you've ever seen.
Wait. Are you gonna
Some
roofie
cobalt
the tanner
dog.
Is
with kobold poo?
Yeah, you are going to roofie the tanner and get him to make you armor.
I have a wicked wisdom roll. Just saying.
All right,
this
well...
is better than my minus
Oh,
one.
that's fortitude. And that'd be a fortitude, wouldn't it?
probably.
Roll the save. It is a fortitude.
Mine's
Save versus
plus
roofie.
4. Oh, shit.
Let's go. Roll the save.
I'm definitely roofied.
Oh, yes, you are.
Now
So-
my armor's gonna suck.
No, it's not.
After a short
It'll be
period,
fine.
He's gonna like put together like a leather condom or something.
after a short period of sex with the components, the tanner manages to finally piece them together into
What?
reasonable child-sized leather armor.
You did hear it. You didn't misspeak.
It's preconditioned. Don't worry about it.
You gotta work it.
Okay, since he's roofie,
Something's
he
gotta
should have
harden
like
that leather.
severe problems with like figuring anything out, right? So can I like take all his possessions?
You're forgetting that I do this on a daily basis. It's not really that
Have
much.
sex with your equipment before you make it?
Yes,
no, he's
you gotta
saying
harden
he's
the tool.
saying that he's a functional alcoholic.
But roofies aren't alcohol.
I'm sorry, are you a tanner? Do you know how to make, like, leather armor? No. So don't tell me how to do my job.
Think of it like
Well,
working in a
shit.
baseball mitt. It's all leather, right?
Anyway,
Oh,
that note-
we went to that dark place on the
Everyone
internet.
loves
Good night.
God.
and adieu.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Dirk, what is Steve doing?
Steve,
He has an
Is
attack of
going-
opportunity if he wants it.
Steve will take it. Steve's got balls. They're little
He's got
cobalt
dripping
balls.
balls.
Steve, the cobalt balls.
Roll it. Steve jabs his little spear forward, and it catches into the orc's armor and plunges itself into the leg as the orc passes, doing 2 points of damage.
Steve has drawn first blood.